Hey YouTube, it's me Jim here at the Marijuana Maintenance Channel where I'm smoking the green and staying clean. It's January 14th and I'm just starting my morning off by making this video and expressing some gratitude. Now I'm kind of feeling off right now this morning. Like maybe some of you followed me before on my old channel. Like my living situation, I live with my kids and their mom, and me and the mom haven't been together for quite some time, and I don't know, that creates friction, right? Like we don't always get along and stuff, and sometimes we don't even, we don't even talk for like days at a time. We just go interact with the kids and not each other, and it's kind of strange. I know a lot of it's me. I don't even try. I just try to ignore. So I've really got to work on that. And through my meditation has been telling me that like I've got to move out, and I haven't been able to get honest about this and say this to her yet. And I think that's where a lot of my stress comes from. It's because I'm not able to just, get honest and real. But that's something I'm working on. I've got to work in just under an hour. It's good. I like working. I like my job. My job's awesome, so it's not a big deal. I am grateful. I'm grateful to be sober today. I'm grateful to be back on track, after my 4-day relapse back at Christmas, 3 weeks sober again. So in the last 17 months, I've only used 4 days, and I'm still feeling bad about relapsing. I wish I didn't. I wish I still had my I wish I still had my 17 months or 16 months, but it is what it is, right? I know as time goes, I'll start to forgive myself a little more. But until then, I just, I'm glad that I have that memory fresh in my head, because feeling bad about relapsing is going to keep me. It could go either way. It could either take me back out and just put me in a fucking destructive cycle of fucking using, or I can use that pain and that shame to just not use again. And that's what I've got to do. Like, I know God forgives me, so I'm okay. I know that in time I'll be able to forgive myself. But until then, just keep being grateful, right? I don't blame God. I don't blame anyone else for my relapse. That was me. It was choices I made. So now I've got to deal with that. And I think I'm doing okay. But it's still weighing me down, right? I'm going to read to you. Like I said, hold on. First of all, fire in the hole. Fire in the hole! All right. Anyhow, yesterday was my little girl's birthday. She turned 7. My baby. I have 2 kids, and my youngest turned 7. So, oh, look at this. January 14th. No regrets. We will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 83. Once I became sober, I began to see how wasteful my life had been, and I experienced overwhelming guilt and feelings of regret. The program's 4th and 5th steps assisted me enormously in healing those troubling regrets. I learned that my self-centeredness and dishonesty stemmed largely from my drinking and using, and that I drank because I was an alcoholic. Now I see how even my most distasteful past experiences can turn to gold, because as a sober alcoholic, I can share them to help my fellow alcoholics, particularly newcomers. Sober for several years in AA, I no longer regret the past. I am simply grateful to be conscious of God's love and of the help I can give to others in the fellowship. Right. Same for me. I'm grateful for God's love. and the help and experience that I can give to people who might watch my channel. Now I'll read from A New Day. January 14th. A single grateful thought toward heaven is the most complete prayer. Gotthold Lessing. Once convinced of the necessity of prayer in our lives, we may be reluctant to begin. Some of us are uncertain and even apprehensive because we've had little or no prior experience with spirituality and prayer. Or we may feel encumbered by our religious upbringing, perhaps by our past disavowal of a particular church or doctrine. Regardless of the background, one common fear is that if we don't pray correctly, God won't hear us and our prayers won't work. Some of us are also inhibited by self-consciousness. We feel embarrassed by the whole idea, and I was there once. When we look to others more experienced, we're reminded and reassured that different people pray in different ways, from elaborate rituals or the repetition of widely known prayers to simply kneeling and expressing thoughts to God. We eventually discover that prayer is an individual and very personal relationship between each of us and the God of our own understanding, and that it can be as simple as a word or two or as complex as we feel it needs to be. Thought for today: God always listens. I think it's important to start our days off with God, a God of our own understanding. I'm not going to tell you who your God should be. I just know that when I started to accept that there was a creator, something bigger than me and bigger than all of us, who loved me and had a plan for my life, that my life started to get better. I don't understand God. God's too big for me to ever understand. But I know that he loves me. And when I meditate and focus on my heart and the creator, the light of his love inside me, my day gets a little bit better. Anyways, I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care of yourself.